Alright, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy 3 Stacks in this thing, baby, representing Team Kings of Games. And today I'm gonna show you guys some CRYSTRON combos featuring Needlefiber. But this is for his own archetype, though. Spoiler alert. So if you guys are trying to do something, well, I guess you can play CRYSTRON and other CRYSTRON Needlefiber and other decks. But if you guys were looking for some just degenerate way to play Needlefiber in every deck, this probably ain't gonna be the video for you. This is definitely for the deck. I'm showing you guys, basically to my subscribers, really cool things you can do with the actual CRYSTRONs. So I'm gonna show you guys some combos. The first thing I'm gonna do is show you guys a 1-card combo and how many different ways you can do it. We're gonna start with the Undine. So, oh yeah, before I get started, check the link description, of course. I need to keep reminding myself of that, because if you guys would like to donate or support my channel, there's a bunch of ways that you can. It's in the link description box. Also, I have Team Kings of Games merchandise. Just the t-shirts right now, mediums and larges, they're 25 a piece. I'll greatly appreciate if you guys can support your boy, but nonetheless, I'm going to keep making content the way I'm doing right now. So let's start off with these combos. The first combo is going to be a 1-card combo, and this 1-card combo is Insanity. It's just in Undine, so we're going to normal summon Undine using its effect. What we're going to go ahead and do here, send for cost. Send Rosenix for cost to add Gen X controller. Now this 1-card combo can do so many different things too. There's so many directions you can take it. So I'm going to show you guys a few. You're going to banish Rosenix, make the water token. You're going to just link it off into Link Spider anyways. The Link Spider is over here. There we go. In my 10-year extra deck from that profile. So make the Link Spider. You're going to activate its effect to special summon the controller from your hand. Now, you can do multiple things here. You can link these two into Cherubini. Activate Cherubini. Send a level 3 from deck to grave. So you can send this Fern, you can send CRYSTRON Smiger, you can send an extender. You can send, for example, Sea Archiver. There's so many things that you can do with this. It's really, really cool. Or you can do this. Keep it a self-contained 1-card combo. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this controller and this Link Spider, and you're going to make a Needlefiber, which belongs to this deck. So this is a fair combo because this is his archetype. You're going to activate Needlefiber's effect to special summon the tuner from your deck. And the tuner you're going to summon, you can summon Righty Driver if you want to, because it is a tuner. Or you can summon the CRYSTRON level 1 tuner. And it won't be able to activate its effects now, but on your opponent's turn, if you had an extra target in hand, you can do that. But I'm just going to bring out the Righty Driver, for example. It's still a tuner. You don't need its effect. Alright, and next thing you're going to do is synchro with these. The Master Rule 5 is totally in effect, so I don't even need to put anything in Needlefiber Zone. I'm going to summon Head of the Arclight here, and I'm going to pass turn. Then what I'm going to do on my opponent's turn is I'm going to go ahead and activate Needlefiber, banish him. And I'm going to go ahead, and depending on the composition of your hand, you can do other things, but since this is a 1-card combo, I'm going to show you guys how to do 1 card, basically 2 interruptions, which is going to be discard for 1 off of Desert Locust, and then Head of the Arclight is going to be able to have an Omni negate to negate anything that your opponent plays. Desert Locust is going to be a discard. So you get 1 discard, 1 negate off of just an Undine by itself, without any other cards required for the combo. It's just Undine. So if you open Undine, you basically got 2 ways to interact with your opponent. So we're going to go back, and let's say that we have, excuse me you guys, my bad. Let's say that we had a Sulfefenir in our hand, CRYSTRON Sulfefenir. Then it would get pretty nice, because we could do this. Normal Undine, send Rosenix for cost at the controller, banish Rosenix to make the token, and it's a level 1 water, token, it's a CRYSTRON. You're going to link it into Link Spider. Same thing, special summon the controller. Now what we're going to do is we're going to link these two in the Cherubini. So Undine's a 1-card Cherubini or Needlefiber, either or depending on which one you want to go for. This combo, you're just going to take it a step further. You can still make Needlefiber. So Cherubini is going to dump the this fern for cost, which is really nice. Then you're going to go ahead and banish the this fern. Add your copy of Smyger. You're going to add CRYSTRON Smyger, and this fern's effect allows you to add any CRYSTRON monster. Then we're going to reveal the Sophaphonir. Discard this CRYSTRON Smyger. Special Sophaphonir to the field. Activate his effect, target him, destroy himself, and then trigger his graveyard effect to special CRYSTRON from the deck. So then what you're going to do is you can summon out your tuner. And you can make Needlefiber anyways. So you can go ahead and take this and the Link Spider, and you can make Needlefiber. Then you can activate Needlefiber's effect to special summon this CRYSTRON Rion from your deck. Then you're going to go ahead and activate CRYSTRON Smyger. Add CRYSTRON Impact from your deck to your hand. If you wanted to link spam, you could just summon out Jet Synchron, summon out O-Lion, and just link spam. But this is going to be like real CRYSTRON stuff right here. So what we're going to do is just set that impact and pass. And then on our opponent's turn, we can use the Rion to target this banished Rosenix, right? Ooh, I got an idea. I'm thinking this through. Yeah, this is going to be lit. So yeah, you're going to target the banished Rosenix, special it. You're going to synchro. Those are going to get, return to the deck. And then you can go ahead and summon out a Don Dragster, right? And then you can use the Needlefiber, banish itself. You can summon out Desert Locust to make them discard a card, or you can just bust out your Quandax. And Quandax can summon generics, which is really cool. So if you just want double negates, like let's say you're playing Shaddolls, you can just impact for this, synchro with that and the Quandax into another Don Dragster. Or if your opponent was just like comboing off too much and you just couldn't handle it, you can just make Black Rose in their turn. Also, keep in mind, there's another cool thing that you can do. Even though you can make both these on your opponent's turn, you can also do this. I gotta put that Rion back, right? I should never did that because I was showing all the examples of the, because the cool thing with this deck is its combos aren't really linear and you can do multiple things with it. You don't just make one in-board, the same in-board most of the time. Like, you can do so much. You're setting up to play on your opponent's turn. So the impact is there. So you can actually impact for this banished Rosenix, for example, right? So then the Rion can just be the Citri. There's so many ways you can do this ending board. So you can have the CRYSTRON Citri instead of the Rion, and I'll show you guys another cool interaction where you can do this. Just for negates, right? If you just want hardcore negates, you can just Citri, target this Sophaphonir Grave, special, sync immediately into Dragster. You can, you impact for the Rosenix, so that's specials from the Banish Zone. You Needlefiber away for the Quan, and then you can synchro with these into Siphon Load Omega or Bore Load Savage Dragon. So you'll still have 2 negations or 2 interruptions. This could be just Bore Load Savage Dragon. You just equip that 1 Link Spider, just so you have 2 negates. So 2 cards, 2 negates or interruptions, plus the Cherubini sitting there. If it doesn't die, that's another follow-up. And the impact is going to give you graveyard protection. And honestly, if you didn't want to be greedy with the negates, you can just use the impact to give yourself a follow-up too. So, yeah. Well, honestly, this is some really, really cool stuff that CRYSTRONs are doing now because of their link. So I really hope nothing happens to Needlefiber because he did a lot for my CRYSTRON deck. He really did. So next, I'm going to show you guys Mathman plus Fishburne. This is a nice combo too. So you're going to normal summon your Mathman. You're going to send Parsa Turtle from your deck to your grave. Activate Parsa Turtle to special summon Fishburne from your hand. You're going to link these two into Cherubini. Activate Cherubini's effect. Dump the Smyger for cost. Banish the Smyger. Use his effect to search for CRYSTRON entry. Then you're going to banish the Disfern. Use his effect to search for CRYSTRON Sophephonir. Reveal the Sophephonir. Destroy the. Discard the entry. Destroy himself when he hits the field, and then activate his effect to special from the deck. And you can leave it how it is, or just make Needlefiber, which I recommend. Make the Needlefiber. So you want to special summon an expendable. Like I have multiple Citrus, multiple Rheon, so just for example, you can summon out the Rheon, and then you can just make Needlefiber right here. Make the Needlefiber with a different kind of hand, right? You open Mathman plus this for him, you can still make combo. So Needlefiber's effect. You can bust out the Citri. And then this is going to be really cool because you're going to do something very similar. So on your opponent's turn, you can use Citri whenever you want to. Summon the Sophephonir. They're going to get banished. Go into your Dragster, which is typical. You can activate your Needlefiber, banish him. Summon out your Quandax. Once you've used Dragster, it reduces its level by 2, so it goes to a level 5. You can activate Quandax to sync, chain entry, and you're going to make him a level 3. So what you're going to do is give yourself a follow-up for your next turn to play. Since you lost your Sophephonir, you can get another one. What you're going to do is you're actually going to send your Disfern, targeting Quandax. This is a quick effect, by the way. Now he's a level 3, and that's a level 5 because you negated with it, right? So you synchro these two to make a level 8. You can make Omega, or you can make Borlode Savage Dragon and equip this Cherubini from Graves for him to have 2 negates. So he might as well be, down there because Master Rule 5. So it's really cool. Like, all these combos I'm showing you, it's like 1 card, 2 interruptions. That was probably the most busted one, Undine. But then you have like 2 cards, 2 negates, or just 2 interruptions because you could just make Desert Locust and like Siphon Load Omega instead of the negates. But honestly, sometimes the negates are just better. Let's see. Oh yeah, I can show you guys another cool combo. Just 1 card Needlefiber, Righty Driver. So you're gonna normal summon Righty Driver. Activator effect. It's very simple. It's not gonna be too too spectacular or anything. So Righty's gonna go for Lefty as soon as I find a Lefty. Lefty becomes level 3, so you can make the Herald of Arclight right here. So it's also a 1 card, 1 negate, which is really cool. You just make Herald of Arclight, or you just link these into your Needlefiber, and then you have like a pseudo combo. So what I would do from here, I would use Needlefiber. You can like special Citri, for example, because he's kind of like the one you're just gonna want to go for. Or if you want to link spam, you have extra cards in hand, you'll just special summon the Jet Synchron. Then you'll link it into Link Karibo. And then, Jet Synchron's effect, bring it back, the level 1 dude. And then bam, you have a 1 card Link 4. So you have a 1 card Appaloosa for 3. Or you can just leave the Needlefiber there. You can not get out the Jet Synchron. And you can just bust out one of the CRYSTRON tuners. And then just use him on your opponent's turn to, Desert Locust them to make them discard a card. And depending on the composition of your hand, you can take it further. So, if you have any CRYSTRON card, it's really nice. So let's say we open this plus a level 3 extender, like Gallus the Star Beast or Psychic Tracker, any one of them, the level 3 extenders. This is where it gets really nice because you can just go Righty. For Lefty, she's a level 3 now because of her effect. Reveal and special. Link these 2 into Cherubini. I love this deck. Like, I made up all these combos basically. I've done so much crazy stuff with CRYSTRON. This is why I love this deck. It's really fun. So you can use the Cherubini to go ahead. And if you have any other CRYSTRON card in your hand, now it's really, really nuts. So you're going to dump this burn. Let's say you have a CRYSTRON card in your hand, and then it's going to be even more ridiculous. Any CRYSTRON card, it can even be the traps, because that's how Sophephonir works. So dump that for cost, right? This is a tuner. Make Needlefiber. Needlefiber's effect you can bust out Citry, which is what I prefer. Or you can go for Jet Synchron and, you know, just make a free link for and do your Sophephiner play to special summon Citry, and you can have Appaloosa for 3 plus Don Draxler. I can show that real quick if you want. So, for example, you can just bust out the Jet Synchron, the level 1, off of your Needlefiber, because you can still use the Grave effect. Like, that's the weird thing. I don't know why that's how Needlefiber is. You could use like the Grave effect of Steam the Cloak, you use the Grave effect of Glow Up Bulb, and you can use the Jet Synchron's Grave effect. That's kind of, you know, I don't know why that's like that, but I think it's because it's like on field, it can't activate it. So, anyways, so you summon that. You know, you'd make Linkuriboh, you'd bring it back, and then you'd make the Appaloosa. Then you'd use the Thisfern to search for Sophephiner. You would, and this is a 2-card combo so far. It's just Righty plus the level 3 extender. So you have any CRYSTRON card in your hand, you would just use Sophephiner to discard that, summon itself, pop himself, and then you'll bring out the Citry. Or you can summon this level 1 to make a Linkuriboh to protect the Oppo. There's so many things you could do with this deck. It's just so versatile. Like, there's too many options with this deck, way too many options. And then you can use Citry to summon this and make the Don Draxler on your opponent's turn. So you get 4 negates, which is really cool. But that's not the only thing you could do. So let's go back to where we made the Needlefiber, you know, and we were just basically fishing for the Sophephiner. So, you know, you did Cherubini, dumped this Thisfern. So basically you used Righty to summon Lefty. Lefty, Psychic Tracker, made the Cherubini, Cherubini dumped this. Then you use this Cherubini to make Needlefiber. Now we're going to go ahead and use Needlefiber. Bust out Citry. You know, banish the Thisfern, add Sophephiner. And then you're going to use Sophephiner, discard any of the CRYSTRON cards in your hand. Summon itself, pop himself. Where that boy at? Go for Smiger. So this could be, for example, I'm gonna show you guys something really cool where you can pretty much do like a lot of the same things, because you can just have this like how it is, right? And you can still make the Don Draxler, which is nice. Or you can do this, which is another reason why I like playing the Rich Homie Quan. This could have been the Needlefiber target that you summon from deck. You bring that off of Sophephiner, and then since you're not locked into the restriction of the CRYSTRONs because you didn't do any of their on field effects, you synchro to a generic 4, Herald of the Arclight. And then Needlefiber can do the same thing, you know. You can do the hand loop, or you can go for this, right, for example, because you're going to banish the Smiger for the impact. So I think I'm moving too fast for you guys, so let me just keep that there. It's like, I know what I'm doing, but I'm trying to teach you guys, so I can't like skip steps because you guys might be confused watching. So this is there. You banish Smiger to search impact, so you just set it. Then on your opponent's turn, you know, Needlefiber can bust out Quan. You'll impact for one of these, right? Then you'll synchro with Quandax. And if the card you discarded was entry, then you can just synchro to Omega, because you can change his level by dumping Sophephiner and making him a 5. So you'll just sync these into the Draxler though, and you'll have Draxler Arclight, which is still 2 negates, which is just really, really cool, like how this deck has so many different ways to do it. Let me check the timer. Oh, dang. I guess I'm going to have to save the rest for another time. I got a lot of CRYSTRON sauce on this channel. I also have an infinite negate profile, or an infinite negate basically video showing you guys like a tutorial and build-a-board workshops with this deck. I do play Waterfront in my CRYSTRONs, and I play like so many extenders, it's crazy. If you guys are interested in the profile, I have multiple profiles on the channel, but this is just proof in the pudding, just showing you guys like how this deck operates. Like, there's so many ways you can get to the combos. Like, if you open, like, for example, Chronograph Sorcerer plus Tracker plus any CRYSTRON card, that's like full combo still. And it's weird how like you have different looking hands, but they make the same boards, which is really nice. You don't always have to open like Salamangreat. You don't have to always open like Signet Mining and Wheel of the Salamangreat. Or for shit-alls, you don't always have to open like Fusion, Light, plus Squamata. This deck is like not like those decks. You can open almost virtually any hand and do the same thing. And it's consistent. It's very consistent. It puts up interruptions, plays on your opponent's turn. You can Black Rose them, negate their stuff. you can just summon Skull Dread and then bring out the Gamma Seal with the Waterfront and just negate everything. So this deck is very combo centric and it can play mid range. That's why I like it. And it has a great grind game. It's in my top 5 favorite decks for a reason. It takes a lot of skill. It took a lot of trial and error for me to even fix this deck up to get it to where it was. And this deck gave me a lot of headaches first learning how to play it, but I've really mastered it at this point. I like this deck and I know it like very well. I'm not saying that like, oh, look at me, but it's like, if you guys want CRYSTRON content, like this is the channel for you, trust me. But I'm gonna say a quick prayer to end this. You guys don't have to stick around for the prayer. You could just skip the video or skip this part of the video. But our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Jesus. Thy kingdom come, and thy will be done on earth, just as it is in heaven. Please give us this day our daily bread, Lord, and please forgive us of our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, Father, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the glory, and the power forever. In the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you, Yahweh. Amen. And let me know what you guys think, yo. Peace.